Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the reissue of the Crimson Typhoon action figure from Pacific Rim. This was originally released in Series 1, and then it quickly sold out, so NECA was kind enough to reissue it for people like me who didn't get it the first time. And to not slap people in the face who got it the first time and value that, they changed the packaging so it says second deployment, so those of you who have the first one and keep it in the box still have a unique Series 1 packaging. Taking him right out of the packaging, I'm impressed that he can stand so well considering how he appears to be top-heavy, but he does have some pretty strong feet. Let's take a closer look at the articulation. You can see that there is a hinged ankle joint, a hinged knee joint, and then the second knee back there. Same thing on this side. And I like the fact that he has multiple knee joints. He's also got the ball joint at the hip. And what's really cool, he's got a ball joint at his stomach, or right above the hips and waist, and I really dig that. It's probably my favorite piece of articulation. Now he's got a ball joint at the shoulder, a single elbow joint, and then this thing rotates and kind of pivots a little bit. I like the rotation. And then his two right arms each have a ball joint at the shoulder, single elbow joint, and then they have a single wrist joint that pivots in and out. If you were hoping that the hand would turn though, it doesn't. It's just locked in that one position. It does hinge, but that's about it. And lastly, his head can turn left and right, full rotation. Also, it appears to have a little bit of a pivot. I think that's just because the neck joint is loose though. The sculpt of this figure is very impressive to me. I think even just like the gears going underneath his little shoulder plate there and all the gack underneath his neck area looks really good. Same thing goes for like the actual kind of armor pieces of his outfit. I think they did a really good job with that. Even just like little bumps on his knees. For some reason, I really dig his feet and the fact that like there's like a scoop there. They really do plant the toes forward and the heel. I don't know, I just think it's like really well laid out as far as like the top part of his foot and all that goes. Now taking a closer look at the back, there's a lot of good like gear work going on in the back too, like these little like vents that appears on the back of his feet, the back of his knee joints. You know, the joints don't really ruin the sculpt of this, so I'm really impressed by that. You can see like the gack going on between his arms too, and I love that you could see these little tiny like exhaust ports on the back of his back. And then lastly you have the top section here. Now the paint on this is really solid. You know, I was worried because I thought the Gypsy Danger in Series 1 was kind of sloppy and not that good looking, but this is a much better Jaeger in my opinion as far as sculpt and paint. All the little details there on his chest, the writing, the paint logos, and also just like the black wash, the dirtiness they gave to it, like the wear and tear looks really good. The yellow highlights look good, don't get me wrong. I think they did a great job painting the black gear areas and making them have a worn-in look with that silver highlight, but it's that black highlight against the red that I really dig. It really gives it that lived-in look. I really do like the black wash on this. The dirt just looks awesome. And I also really dig the fact that each arm has its own separate joint, so you can really kind of play the way he is in the movie with, you know, his third arm and get him in some really kind of cool poses. Between the sculpt, the paint, and the articulation, I gotta say that I think this is probably the best figure from Series 1. And I think it's really awesome that NECA reissued it for those of us who didn't get it the first time. Thanks for watching!